So Wolves 0, Arsenal 2, Arsenal 5 points clear, top of the league, going into the World Cup. Look at the smile on Seb's face. We're both buzzing. Big up Seb, mate. The performance today, the victory, the feeling. How first of all, man, how are you, man? How's it going?
Oh, it's brilliant. Seriously.
Yeah, so your thoughts on the game, brother?
I didn't think we were that great, especially in that first half. I thought it was very flat, but we did what professional teams do and good teams do when they're not playing that great, still find a way of winning. And in the end, I did actually think we did just about deserve it. I think some extra bits of quality, some nice patterns of play, and you can see in that play how the guys are hungry and they're all playing for each other. You definitely saw that again. It's a similar type of game that I was actually expecting. I was expecting Wolves to give this a good go and to really counter-attack and to really play with everyone behind the ball, then catch us on the break. And to be very fair, I thought they could have had some goals if their finishing and their end product wasn't good, especially from that Traore guy. Because when Xhaka actually went off the pitch, I think he was actually ill. I think it was that. Then things did actually start to move because we were playing this high line, and I was like, oh no, please don't tell me we've done that, because we got caught out and Man United for doing that, and it was looking at times that we had done that, but thankfully they didn't finish their chances, and we had two clinical moments and we took them.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? That was Wolves' game plan today, right? Was hit us on the counter-attack, and times, to be fair to them, they look very dangerous on the counter-attack. I mean, if they had an actual striker, right, who can actually ban in the goals, that's been their main issue, because they've scored 8 goals this season. It hasn't been that great for them. They need a proper striker for me in January for them. But yeah, if they had an actual striker, they honestly could have caused a few problems, because I look at that first half. I mean, the guy, I think he's called Guedes, right, has a very good chance. When Saliba also made that mistake as well. Played him through. I was like, how are you missing that, man? So honestly, on a different day, we'll say if it was another player, if they had a better striker, they could have honestly been about 2-0 up when it's half time. But I do agree with you, man. Like, honestly, like, Xhaka's been so good this season, right? And it's a shame that I think, was it illness or was it injury? I think it's illness. Illness. So I don't know.
He looked ill when he came off.
And then we brought on Vieira, and what an assist, by the way, mate. For the first.
Definitely, yeah.
Very, very good assist.
I didn't think he was having a great game until then.
He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't having the greatest game until he got the assist, and then he sort of woke him up a little bit, and he had a few other chances as well. But I want to ask you about Odegaard, man. You know, what's your thoughts on his performance today?
Oh, brilliant! He took his goals very well, right time, right place, and yeah, I think it was a proper captain's performance from him. To be honest, what he did.
Really 100%, man, and yeah, bro. Like, obviously, you've been on my channel many times before. We've both said it. This season, the way we're playing, Arsenal are in a title challenge. You know, look at us now. We're 5 points clear. Who would have thought, Seb? Anyone would have thought this. Start of the season, Arsenal were 5 points clear going into the Christmas break or whatever.
Love it. And that's why I do believe we can win this. I really do. But we just need to sort out January. Then we should be absolutely fine.
Well, that's the main priority, isn't it? Like, we must strengthen in January. It's that, you know, it's not rocket science. It's got to be done. If we want to challenge for the league title, it's got to be done, because the players we've got now, they're getting the job done for now. But say if we get like one injury, like to Xhaka, who came off today, say if Partey gets injured, say if we have Jesus who gets that yellow card, I think if they're getting one more yellow card, right? Saliba gets another yellow card, they're suspended, right?
Before one more before January.
Before January.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we still got like West Ham and all that, don't we?
You can't get booked against West Ham or Brighton.
Yeah, so they've got to be careful, to be honest. And this is why January we need a squad depth. Like, our squad depth ain't great, is it, mate? Because today Xhaka came off. I thought we should bring on Elneny. We didn't. We brought on Vieira instead, didn't we? But
that nearly caught us out because then we were playing that high line, and I can see why he took Vieira back off and brought on Elneny for game management. Yeah, I would have probably brought on Elneny. As much as I don't really rate him, I would have brought him on just to give that midfield a little bit more control.
But no, yeah, man. And I want to ask you also about like our striker, right, Jesus today. Once again, didn't get a goal. Very unlucky. Hit the crossbar. Had many chances again. What's your thoughts on Jesus? Like, I've seen many people sort of criticize him quite a bit, and he's like, oh, he ain't lived up because he's only scored 5 goals this season. Like, what's your thoughts on Jesus?
Well, you can actually understand the criticism a little bit because your main job as a striker is to be scoring goals. But to be very fair, I think we are seeing the type of striker that Man City saw all this time. That Jesus, he's a very good striker and a very good all-round striker, but he's not really a prolific goal scorer. That he's not someone that will get you 20 goals, maybe not even 15. But to be fair, I'm confident the goals will come because he is doing everything right. He did actually have one which was offside earlier.
Yeah,
right decision, by the way. But yeah, I'm still happy with Jesus. I'm not worried about that bit. But we kind of knew what the striker we were kind of getting. And to be fair, he is actually, like I've said, contributing and really adding other stuff because you also want your striker to hold up the ball. You want your striker to get in there. And that is what he's doing. He just needs a few more goals. I think once he gets one, then a few more will come. But I don't think he's going to be this prolific striker like Van Persie was, like Henry was, like Ian Wright was, etc.
Yeah, and obviously, like before we wrap it up, I asked RD12 this same question, right? January's coming up, of course. Just some of your players that you would like to see Arsenal sign.
Well, there's 3 names. There's 3 obvious names that we've been linked with. Is Danilo, Tielemans and Mudryk. If we got all 3 of them, I would actually be happy, even though I don't know much about Danilo, and Mudryk is good, but he's not really proven in the Premier League.
Would you pay that 65 million for Mudryk?
It's a tough one to be honest. Obviously, there's other wingers like Jeremy Pino and there's Cody Gakpo that will come cheaper. But
yeah,
it'll be better than nothing. But to be fair, in the Champions League, he has also produced, and he's actually one of the fastest players in the Champions League. So it'll be interesting to see what he could actually bring to the Emirates if he does come. But we just need some names, really, to be honest.
100%, bro. But yes, that's it for us today. Big up Seb. If you want to quickly shout your channel, my man. I'll look, Seb. You're in the spotlight now. Shout. You need to shout your Twitter and all that stuff. Go on, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I do Instagram. I do an Arsenal Instagram account, Talk Arsenal FC, where I've got 19.3k followers, nearly up to 20k, where I post all things Arsenal every day. And also, I go on the Arsenal Lounge to write them weekly articles each week. So make sure you follow them. They've also got a YouTube channel as well, so follow them and follow them on Twitter as well. But yeah, come on, you Reds.
Yes, that's it from us. I want to say big up Seb once again. He's actually the guy who gets me all the wall sound on, who came up to the preview. So yeah, he got me Kenny Ken on as well. So big respect to Seb. Make sure you go follow him on Twitter. Yeah, great guy. And yeah, I'll see you for Monday if you're free, bro, for another podcast. World Cup special, of course, doing our final World Cup predictions. That's gonna be pretty interesting. But yes, Arsenal, top of the league, 5 points clear. We can all sit back now. We can all relax. We can all enjoy the World Cup. And we go again on Boxing Day against West Ham. But yeah, big up Seb. Big up everyone who's watching us on playback right now. And yeah, come on, you Gunners.
Come on, you Reds.